In this video, I am going to briefly talk about how I've been reflecting on all the times that I wanted things that I was not ready for. And more specifically, I've been thinking about that as it pertains to romantic relationships. And I have my notebook here with me to keep me on track with talking points I'm going to be talking about, because I want to keep this short, sweet, and brief, and maybe do a deeper reflection on it another time. So, point one of the thing that I noticed when it comes to me wanting something but not being ready for it. Like emotionally, I want it and feel like I can handle it and can do the work that it takes to sustain it. But structurally, I knew I wasn't ready. And you know how you can know something intuitively, but it still doesn't quite register as well as it does when you finally get to go through that experience and then see where you're not integrating the things that you know to come into alignment with what it is you say that you want. So that's point one. And I was thinking about how emotionally I feel like I can be loved and I want to love, but a part of that is being able to be fully seen, not just on a surface level, but deeply, where true connections are built and have a strong foundation to stand on. And it's crazy because I can recall situations where I would get into, and I knew they wouldn't work. On some subconscious level, I knew they would not work. And this would be with people who I knew wasn't safe, but I would allow myself to believe that they were. And then on the other side of that, I would stray away from being in a relationship with men who actually were safe, but for some reason I didn't want to be fully seen by them. And I'll do a video one day to fully walk through that, because it's a crazy thing, but it's something that I've come to realize a lot of people experience and deal with, because I've seen something similar to it on, I think it was Instagram, which made me think like, oh, so I'm not the only one who's experienced something to this degree. The second point is sometimes when we want something but are not ready for it, we are more so wanting the outcome than the actual responsibility of doing the work that it would take to get what we want, get the outcome. And that goes back to me saying, like, I didn't want to be fully seen by men who had great character, who had great integrity, and who were safe, but for some reason I would not allow myself to, go deeper with that, because I didn't want the responsibility of doing the work to allow myself to be fully seen. And then the third point is learning that just because I feel ready doesn't mean I am, especially when my actions are not aligning with my words and my values, especially when it comes to saying what I want and what I'm going to do in a relationship, and when it comes to doing or being in alignment with what I say my values are for those relationships. So yeah, that is what I've been reflecting on for these past few days, especially as it pertains to romantic relationships, because it is the month of love. And I'm still sitting with that. I'm still processing it. Especially the part about getting into situations that I knew were not going to work, with men that I knew were not safe, with men who I knew lacked integrity or a great character. Like, it's very telling about where I was within myself and where I was holding myself during those times, though. So once I finish processing that, I will definitely be back and to talk about it. But yeah, so is this something you can relate to? Have you found yourself getting into situations that you knew weren't going to work? Have you found yourself wanting something that you were not ready for? If so, I would like to hear, or I would like for you to share that in the comments. If you're new here, my name is Latrice. Here's where I think out loud, reflect honestly, and name patterns that keep us stuck. If anything here resonated with you, feel free to take what you need. If it doesn't, feel free to leave it. And I will be back tomorrow.